Hello, welcome to the 3D market commentary for today. I'm just going to put the disclaimers on the top left-hand side. Please read them, even if you need to pause the video to do so. It tells you basically what you can expect from these kind of videos. Now, the 3D market commentary is a video that we will do every Monday to show you essentially how to use the news flash that we send out, where the information comes from, to give you a bit more context. So we send, and I'm going to put it up on the screen here, we send an email out every day, Monday to Friday, that shows 5 major markets, looking at 3 main elements per market. And this video gives you a little bit more context. So if you go to tradewithufos.com/newsflash, then you can sign up for that email that you get every day with an update on each of the markets. It's free to sign up for, so you can do it via the link that you see on the screen. Now, another link I'm going to put up. So if I take that away for a second, you should be able to see there my email address. So you can contact me on that if you'd like to. However, this link here, tradewithufos.com/Becky, is monitored more regularly. So you're more likely to get answers to your questions quicker through this link. And I'll show you exactly where to go to do that. So if you go to tradewithufos.com/Becky, you will end up at this or on this page. From here, you can check out things like apps and courses, coaching, one-on-one coaching if you want. You can scroll down and have a look at our live session notes, which are the notes from the sessions that I do live. If you scroll down a bit more information on apps and our platform. If you scroll to the bottom, there's a question and answer section. Now, in this question and answer section, you can post your own question for free, and I will answer you on there, which means, again, other people learn from this area as well. Or you might find, if you scroll down and look through, perhaps somebody else has already asked the question that you have, and therefore the answer is already there for you. So you can use this area to learn more quickly. Or if you don't find the answer that you're looking for, post your own question, monitored more regularly, and we will answer it there. Okay, so let's have a look now at our 3D market commentary. So you will see here on the left, this is the email that we send out every day, Monday to Friday. On the right, of course, we have the charts. So I'm going to look through them one by one, starting with the S&P 500, and again, give you guys some context on where this information is coming from. So for each of the markets, we are looking at 3 separate elements. First one being market climate. Now, that essentially means, where are the probabilities in terms of movement? Is that market likely to move up, likely to move down, or not confirmed either way? So it gives us an idea of our probabilities there. Obviously, it's not definite. Nothing ever is, not in life, definitely not in the markets, but it gives us a statistical likelihood. So in order to find that out, we're going to use this app here called Auto Climate, and I will show you how that works as we go. Then we have buy and sell UFOs. UFOs in this case stands for unfilled orders, meaning where do we have buyers that are waiting to buy that could push price up, or sellers that are waiting to sell that could push price down. And again, we're going to use an app to help us. This one's called Auto UFOs, and it shows us where the buyers are, between which prices, and where the sellers are, between which prices. So we'll look at that per market as well, give us an idea of where price could turn from. And then the last thing we look at is market volatility, which is how quickly, essentially, we expect the markets to move. So with that in mind, starting with the S&P 500, which is the top 500 US stocks, we see a thick red dot on our auto climate. Let me just spread that out a bit, make it easier to see. So thick red dot on auto climate, ignore the lines, just the dots. Thick red dot tells us probability is down. So on a daily chart of the S&P, probability is down. Of course, different time frames have different probabilities. We're looking here at a daily chart. Now, we also have sellers just above us here, between 41.80 to 39.97. We have buyers, but a little way below us, between 34.80 and 33.19. So overall, we have probability to the downside with sellers closer to us than buyers. So overall probability down. Again, we still manage our risk just in case we're wrong, but the statistics are showing us probability down at the moment on a daily chart of the S&P. Now, in terms of volatility, we would expect that in 1 year, the S&P would go up or down by 22.57%, which means in a day, we would expect it to move up or down by 55.39 points. In a week would be 121.93 points, and in a month, 253.81 points. So that's the S&P 500. Now we're going to move on to the next market, which is crude oil. Now, as I load this, just to show you on here, because you'll see on the screen there about looking to educate yourself. We do courses in any one of these elements of trading or any one of these markets. Futures, stocks, Forex, crypto will be released very soon, backtesting, trading plans, and psychology. So if you'd like to learn about any of those, the courses are affordable, and you can go to tradewithufos.com/courses in order to search for that and see what you'd like to do. Now, getting the course might actually be, even if you don't need a course, might actually be something that helps you to save a bit of money on the apps, if you'd like to use the apps. So if you were to go to tradewithufos.com/apps, you can download the Auto Climate app on most platforms for free. The Auto UFOs app, the one that shows us buyers and sellers, that's a paid for monthly subscription, and it depends on which platform you use as to how much it costs. Now, a lot of the time, getting a course means that you will get free access to the apps for 1 month or 3 months. So depending on which course you get and which apps you want on which platform, it often works out cheaper to get a course and then get free access to the apps for however long than it does to just get the app, if that makes sense. So check that out, see what works out better for you financially, and of course what you need. If you have any questions, let us know. Okay, coming back to the markets. So crude oil, let's load this. We have, with crude oil, we've got conflicting information here. So let me explain. We've got a thick red dot on our auto climate. That tells us probability is down. However, we are within a bunch of buyers right now. So those buyers are between 75.44 to 70.08. So what this tells us is we have pressure pushing down from the climate, but we have pressure pushing up from the current buyers that are there. So we've got a fight going on right now. Now, I'm a pacifist. I'll try and keep out of any fight. So I would recommend the same in our trading. We don't know who's going to win. It's whoever has more orders. If there are more buyers, price will go up. If there are more sellers, price will go down. We don't know, looking at it now, which side is going to win. So stay out of it. Let it play out. Let the buyers win or the sellers win. Confirm probability in one direction and then follow that, rather than try and guess which side is going to win. Now, we do have sellers, but they're further away, between 88.68 to 84.06. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in 1 year of 42.29%. So in a day, that's dead on 2 points up or down. In a week, 4.41 points up or down. And in a month, 9.19 points up or down. Okay, so next market will be gold. So let's show this. I'm just going to scroll that down a little bit here because you'll see about coaching and support. Our coaching structure has changed recently. So if you go to tradewithufos.com/coaching, you can check out the different levels that are available for you, what you get from the live sessions versus recorded sessions, etc. So go to that link to check that out. Now, looking at gold, let's have a look. We have, again, a similar situation to what we had for oil, but reversed. We have a thick blue dot. That tells us probability is upwards. However, we have sellers that we've just hit. We're not in the sellers right now, but we've just hit them. Those sellers are between 1836.9 to 1806.2. So again, buyers and sellers very close to each other, fighting each other right now. Who will win? Couldn't tell you. Best to keep away, let the market confirm itself in one direction or the other, and then follow it from there. With volatility on gold, we would expect movement up or down in a year of 14.14%. So in a day, that's up or down of 16.09 points. In a week, it's 35.43 points. And in a month, 73.75 points. Again, that's movement up or down. Okay, next market here is going to be the US dollar. So with the US dollar, we have things lining up. So we have a thick red dot, probability there to the downside, and we have just hit some sellers. So extra probability to the downside. They are between 105.235 to 104.41. Now, one thing to bear in mind here is that usually the US dollar on a daily chart would go down for 6 candles. And we are on candle number 13, which means we have gone down for twice as long as what would be usual. That's not to say that it can't keep going down. It has already gone past the probabilities. But bear in mind, we have probabilities to the downside and we've got the sellers close by, but we are overextended. So it's not as probable as we'd like it to be, but still overall probability down. We have buyers down here, but not for a little way. They are at 102.85 to 101.865. Volatility-wise, we'd expect movement up or down in a year on the US dollar of 8.18%. So in a day, 0.54 points up or down. In a week, 1.18 points up or down. And in a month, 2.46 points up or down. So that's the US dollar. I'm moving on. Just to highlight here, if you're interested in Forex, Jose and I have written a book in Forex trading. It has everything you need to know about the Forex market itself, the methodology that we apply, the apps that we use, how we use the news or how it can affect the markets, risk management, everything is in there. And it starts at $3.88 on Amazon. Obviously more if you buy the physical copy. So check that out if you're interested in Forex trading. You'll see at the bottom there should be a link to where you can get that. Okay, last but not least, bakkt Bitcoin. So we see with bakkt Bitcoin that we have a thick red dot, probability down. We see that we have sellers, but they're reasonably far away, between 18,140 to 17,737.5. And we have buyers, again, further away, between 14,347.5 to 13,027.5. Overall, probability down on bakkt Bitcoin, coming there from the climate. Not close to either buyers or sellers right now to affect it either way. Of course, things can change, but from what we see right now, nothing in the way. In terms of volatility, we'd expect movement up or down in the year by 72.15%. Because these are larger numbers, I'm going to round them. So in a day, that's up or down of 760 points, more or less. In a week, up or down of 1,600 to 1,700 points. And in a month, up or down of 3,400 to 3,500 points. So that's now each of our markets. We've looked at 5 different markets, and for each of them, we've looked at 3 major elements. Market climate, using the Auto Climate app, which is free on most platforms that you can use it on, telling us where the probabilities lie, up, down, or nowhere. We've then looked at buy and sell UFOs. Where do we have buy unfill orders that could push price up? Where do we have sell unfill orders that could push price down? And which prices are they at? And then volatility. How far do we expect these markets to move within given periods of time? Now, on volatility, there's one extra thing to be aware of. That's our weekly economic calendar. We get that from fxstreet.com, so you can go and check it out yourself. We filter by high impact news and most major economies. This gives us an idea of which markets might see more volatility. We don't trade the news. We don't trade based on what the news says, but the news will increase volatility or decrease volatility depending on what's going on. So for example, tomorrow, this is already, or that hasn't happened yet. So we've got things coming out early hours Eastern time that might affect Australian markets or the Aussie dollar. Shortly after, news that might affect the Chinese yuan or Chinese markets. Later on in the day, Japan, later on in the day, Canada, and so on. So check that out based on where your living, where you're trading, what you're trading. Are you trading stocks in a particular market? Are you trading currencies from particular countries? Check that out to understand what volatility you might see. If you've got any questions, best place to get me on is tradewithufos.com/Becky, because that will bring you here. And you can check out the different apps and courses from here yourself anyway. And if you scroll to the bottom, as we did earlier, you've got the question and answer section, which you can use to learn from other people's questions and the answers that are already there, or you might have your own question to post. So I will see you guys. I won't see you now until the new year. So have a great Christmas, great holidays wherever you are in the world. Have a great new year, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.